What exactly is a cydernide?
A cydernide. It's distilled cider. It's apple brandy.
60%.
It'll fuck you up.
If you can still see after half of a shot, you should probably drink some more. Until you can't see.
It sounds like a good drink to me. I'm happy for that. And that's how you guys got your name then? You just like your Cydernide, or?
Well, the Cydernide is actually made after the band.
Yeah, we were named before them.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Instead of being named after something, we were named before it.
Yeah.
So the drink was named after the band?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but then it kind of summed it up and made everything whole.
Melded together into one big...
It became perfection.
Well, a big molten pile of... Well, something. Molten pile of something. You can figure it out for yourself. It depends on how much you drink of it, I suppose.
Yeah.
The last time...
enough, you turn into a pile of something.
Yeah, basically. The last time we went out of town to Portsmouth, a friend of ours wanted to drive us, and so he had never driven us before. So we were like, yeah, that'd be good. So we gave him alcohol poisoning the first night. Oops. The rest of the driving.
Oh my. Oh yeah.
So you got to drive because your driver had alcohol poisoning.
That's what happens
and I was
when you spend
semi-poisoned as well, but not as bad as him.
Yeah.
So you were able to get up behind the wheel and safely drive everyone.
Safely, yeah.
Wow,
I didn't kill us once, so yeah, I'm still here.
So that was safe.
There was that one time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of.
But other than that, never once. Yeah. No.
What about you? Are you a Cydernide victim?
A victim?
Are you a victim? You say, are you a victim?
I asked him if he was a Cydernide victim.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it has happened. Yeah.
Once or twice.
You need to know your
yeah.
limits, that's the thing.
He's afraid of the microphone. Eee. So,
Pretty big microphone.
yeah. Last time we saw you guys was about. It is kind of big. Last time we saw you guys was almost 2 years ago, I think, in Manchester. What's been happening in the past couple of years? Because you've been a little quiet on the scene. We haven't seen you too much.
That's because we haven't been invited to Manchester since.
Or Birmingham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please come.
Please invite us. Well, actually, there has been stuff going on. Yeah, I suppose it's okay for me to say it because I've told the government. They know. The government knows. I had been living in England illegally for what year is it? What was it, like 9 years? 9 years?
Oh wow. On a 3-month visa. Yes.
On a 3-month visa, where actually the last time I had tried to come into England, they said they were detained me for hours and hours and hours, and then suddenly out of nowhere, gave me my passport, and were like, you need to be on a flight back to America tomorrow, and I'm like, okay, and I was like, "Ugh." And then I just never left England again, and that was in 2011. So I'd been living here illegally for pretty much the whole time, which is why we had never played any gigs outside of the UK, or even mainland UK. I left. I went through the whole visa process and everything, and I went back to the States in September, and me and my husband got married. Not him. But just only no. I don't mean that. I don't mean that in a bad way. No, we did. Yeah.
We didn't.
No, we didn't.
No, that was that other fellow, remember?
That's that other guy. He's downstairs.
The other guy.
But yeah, and then I had to wait for the visa to come back. So it was like a whole big process, and then I finally was allowed back in December.
Yay!
Of last year. Yeah.
So now you're an official resident, and we have Brexit. So you're lucky.
Yeah.
She's no longer one of those people.
am
She's
I
no
the
longer a
next one?
statistic.
Well,
Those
she's a
people
different
that
kind of
yeah.
statistic.
See, thank you. Different kind of statistic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear what you said. But...
Yeah. You don't have your ears.
So I haven't got
I'm the
ears.
next to
But
have
yeah.
a problem since you mentioned Brexit. I might have a problem, I might not, I don't know. Because I'm from the EU, But
I'm worse. I'm Swiss. They haven't even negotiated anything for us yet. No, we're just kind of sitting here, the two of us in limbo. Will we be like her? Will they tell us go home tomorrow? We don't know.
Exactly.
How long have you been living here in the
20
UK?
years actually, but I don't know what that means.
Yeah. These days, who knows?
You know what I mean? So, you know, if
Yeah,
you don't make
exactly.
100 grand a year, they might just say, yeah, okay, no.
Exactly. They might say, sorry, we don't want your kind anymore.
But in my visa application, I think, well, I will say, and he'll blush, and he always does. I think one of the very, very, like, really big sort of kickers in my visa application was the letter that he wrote. Yeah.
We all wrote letters, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they were all amazing.
Why the UK needs an Andrea, basically, you know? Yeah. And they believe it.
Yeah,
And they fell for it as well.
They fell for it. They fucking fell for it.
Jeez, I've never had such a pile of crap.
They just need a woman to bounce off a stage.
I'll be writing him a good letter if he needs one.
There you go.
I don't know if I can do as well as he did, but yeah,
Cool.
for the man.
I feel a bit left out because I can't be sent home. I was born about 4 miles away.
Go home. You can walk.
Well, I did. I walked down there and I walked back. I can walk back to the hospital. Southmead, I'm coming.
Don't tell your mom though. I think she might be a bit worried. You're a bit larger probably than you were as a baby.
Oh, yeah.
Slightly.
My mum's not called Southmead, by the way. It's a hospital.
His mom's name is Cherry. She's lovely.
Ah,
She's absolutely lovely.
but he is rather large to return to that state.
Well, yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on. Tell me what's up with the band. What have you guys been planning and what you've been doing?
Last, we have been doing. We played Rebellion Festival since then,
What's since then?
and we did a split with Bad Religion.
Believe it or not.
No, seriously.
Did you really?
Yeah.
An official split with Bad Religion, yeah.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
A bloke called Dylan who is used to roadie for him, and he does a skate park thing
In Bristol.
in Bristol, and
He's from
and he did it.
Teen Lane Hardcore. Yeah.
DLH.
Yeah.
And where can people find this split?
You can't now. It's sold out.
It's completely sold out now. At least our copies.
Go on eBay.
300 copies in existence.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you guys had 300 copies of a split. So if you want that, I guess go to eBay. Look for it.
Yeah.
But we had was it 180 that we had? Because each of the bands, us, Bad Religion, and then there's another band, Low Savages, also from Bristol, that are on it. We each got, I think originally it was supposed to be equal numbers of like the records. It was a pressing of 300.
Yeah.
But in the end, we were the ones that were ended up pretty much selling all of them.
Yeah.
So, well, at least the ones that were like public, like it was on their website and everything. And ours are all gone. So I don't know about anybody else's. But.
Collector's items, kids.
That's it. eBay. You'll find it there. What else?
Amazon, no.
Well,
maybe a gutter somewhere. Yeah, sorry.
well, no, we have got a new album in the works, which was recorded by a friend of mine. So that will probably see the light of day at some point next year.
At some point next year.
Early next year.
Okay. And what
We got
is
plans, really.
what is it called?
What is it called?
Well, it depends. Well, we have an album coming up. Are we allowed to release whatever the title will
Yeah,
be?
go on.
And You Shall Know Us by the Trail of Cans.
By the Trail of Cans.
And bottles.
Yep.
Rubbish.
I think that's appropriate.
Thank you.
Yes.
Salted.
Very good choice on that one.
Well, shucks. We did a video. I'd say we did a video. Basically, we filmed ourselves diving into piles of cans,
Yeah.
which is it was kind of punk rock.
Kind of.
Yeah, and I lost one of my hearing aids doing it, so that's kind of punk rock as well.
That is. Your hearing aid ended up in the middle of a can.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
that
yeah.
would be pretty good aim.
It got recycled, I like to think, but you know.
Yeah.
But that explains, I saw you throwing cans that were crushed from the stage tonight, or when you were off stage.
Oh yeah. What? I don't know.
And you don't stay on the stage too much. You're in the back of the room. You have a wireless microphone now. Yeah, you go in back of the room, wherever. What makes you not want to stay on stage?
Well,
The bandmates, that's it.
Too many blokes.
Yeah.
it's not. Well, I mean, I was on stage a lot tonight.
You were. I was surprised.
I know.
About
So
half the gig,
Yeah.
that doesn't happen.
Exactly.
And I told them after we finished as well. I was just having so much fun. I didn't want to leave them. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't. Yeah.
It has lots of energy.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I want people to like be like "Argh," just as much as like just as excited about it as we are. Sometimes they need to be forced.
To be excited. Yeah.
Excited.
Excite yourself right now.
Yeah. Your turn.
I can't right now, so.
I'm working on it.
We have started gigs.
2 out of 4.
She likes to have a poop.
What's
On
that?
stage or before?
Just
Is she
before.
Gigi Allen now?
No.
But she, well, any given time she likes to have one or talk
Well,
about
it's
it.
not that I like having them. It's that it just happens, and I
Yeah.
scream so hard
But
that
we've,
sometimes the poop
we
comes
have
out.
started playing before when she's still in the toilet.
Seriously, like I will be on the toilet, and that's with the wireless mic. I'll be on the toilet, and I'll just hear like, "Fuck, shit, damn it!" Ah! And then, yeah.
I was gonna say you hear the toilet flush.
I tell them like I'm going to the toilet. Don't start without me. Just wait, and then I hear ding ding.
We'll
For
stand there
fuck's sake!
tapping her watches. She's shitting again. Come on then. 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7. You know. Yeah.
We are professional.
it's very
We
clean.
start on the dot, wherever she is, whatever anyone's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit or no shit.
One person on stage, they will start on the dot.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it.
It's great.
Band goes.
Yeah.
So
Feel it. Yeah. Not the
So-
shit. No.
I don't know. I mean, that can be such a Gigi Allen experience. No? No.
Yeah.
So aside from not doing a Gigi impression, what are you guys planning on doing? Are you touring this year since you'll have the new album? Or next year, I should say, because of the new album?
We're
Or-
trying to get out of the country, but it doesn't seem to work that way anymore.
Brexit already came up, so we don't know what that's going to mean for bands touring outside of the UK. So hopefully we can do a European tour next year. Yeah, like you say, to support the album, that would be really good. But you know, it all depends on like.
on whether you need visas and all kinds of other junk.
Is it the other thing as well is like Pig said we have it's been weird because we've been in a band for like about 7 years now, but because I was illegal for so long and we couldn't leave the country, not many people from other places except for like bands that came over to play here, not many people I guess know about us. I assume I really don't know, but yeah, we've tried to like since I've been back since last December, we've been trying to sort of get some weekender gigs or something like over in Europe or whatever, and we just not had much luck. Like I don't know. I guess because nobody's really heard of us. So
Need to build up that
if anyone
name.
wants to book us, please do. I can't promise I will or won't do anything.
You can't promise you will or won't do anything.
Well, I can't promise that like I'll push someone over, but I'm not gonna promise that I will. If you get me.
Yeah.
It usually
You're not
happens.
gonna promise you're gonna
Like
stand
during
on
our
the
set.
fucking stage.
Nope. I will never promise that. But like tonight I did. Yeah. Please book us. We're fun.
You are. You are. You are. Yay.
And we're easy. I can sleep on stairs. I've slept in bathtubs before.
One last question that is totally irrelevant to the rest of you. Apologies. Where in the States are you from?
I'm from New Jersey originally.
Okay.
Yeah.
I lived on the island for many years, so our accents, I could belong one.
Aw.
I'm a Long Islander.
No.
So I heard strains of the accent, and I'm like, but like you, I've been gone for so long that
Yeah.
you hear the
You're
yank,
legal
but
as well.
that's it. Pardon?
Are you here legally?
I am here as a Brexit victim.
So is it
I'm-
a yes or a no?
I'm very legal unless all of a sudden they decide that Swiss citizens can't live here anymore.
Yeah. That's
So.
not gonna happen though.
We don't know. They haven't negotiated anything for us yet, so.
Yeah.
I haven't negotiated anything for anything with any one of them.
But yeah. Wait, we're run a bath?
They couldn't run a bath.
Probably
Cut
not.
that bit out, yeah.
I think that's the only bit you need to keep in. actually.
Yeah. 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 Speaking of, I recently got a hot tub. That's just random. There.
Yeah, she
That's
calls
all.
it a hot tub.
That's fun.
It's a blow-up swimming pool under her stairs.
With bubbles?
It will have them.
It hasn't had any liquid in it yet.
Liquid. Liquid.
Liquid.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not water. What will I fill it with?
Well,
Woo! Woo! You can fill it with cydernide. We can dunk our enemies in it,
That's yeah.
or our friends, or just us.
Anyway,
You
it's
could
not
just
a
go
hot
and
tub.
partake.
It will be a hot tub. It is a hot tub. It's just not yet. That's all.
Yeah.
Get the kettle on, get the tub going.
Get the what?
Get the kettle on and get the tub going.
Like you said, get the kid a lawn. What kid? And I have my own lawn. I'm not sharing it. Get off my lawn. Yeah, but yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, the neighbors are always kicking the ball over the. Yeah.
I agree with that. Oh, definitely.
The big old tennis ball absurd thing, like landing on my courgettes.
How could they do that? How could they do that?
I don't know. My dog poops there though, so you know. They can be at the ball. No surprise.
They have to walk through the fun.
That's all. Yeah.
Well, I would like to thank you guys very much for talking with us. And I really hope you start touring and coming back north a bit more.
Yes,
we would love
to.
Well,
We
it
hope
takes
so.
an invite
Yeah.
and a very patient driver.
Don't give your driver the Cydernide
Why? They have to learn somehow.
Yeah.
after the tour. That's when they get it.
What's the fun in that?
That's true. Yeah.
You should have seen him, mind. He was destroyed.
It was. He
He
was.
was absolutely.
It was amazing. It was pretty impressive. The next day, this was in Portsmouth, was it? It was, yeah, in Portsmouth. And so the next morning, we're walking from our friend's house that we stayed at back to the gig where the equipment is. And he's just walking down the street. Every drain that he passed, he stopped and would go,
He was summoning the drain god,
so the drain god.
invoking the king of the sewers.
Yeah. So Pig, of course, would scream back, "The drain god!" And he just couldn't. He was having a great time. Dave, the driver, he was just like. So we wrote a song about him, about that situation called "Drain God." What was it? Screaming in the sewers, looking for God. Something.
Something, yeah.
Drain God!
That was it, definitely.
Yeah, drain God. Yeah. It
Did
was.
they forget a few somethings on that?
No. In perfect
Got them
time.
all?
No, that was right.
Yeah.
It was like writing a song, you know.
It came along really well too. It's really good. It will be
In a
amazing.
kind of fantasy world, you know.
Which is the
Hasn't
world that
actually
we operate
happened
in.
yet,
Mm.
You know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like writing a song like when you have your first band with your best mate at school. That kind of
Yeah, that's
productiveness.
that actually is a pretty good and accurate description of like us. in general, like how we write things. I think so,
Okay.
but they do become things.
This is going to need a lot of editing. This.
I assumed, yeah.
We generally don't edit them.
Chaff. Yeah.
So, thank you guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Please come north because we want to see you again up
Please
there.
invite us. We're happy to come
Apologies for
anytime.
not being very interesting, but I'm here.
You've got the lurgy of 3 weeks.
Yeah, I've got snot rockets and dark yellow.
So do I. So.
Yeah, they're like boulders, like sort of behind my nose. So when I go, oh, like that, and that.
Very discreet.
She is truly throwing the snot rockets. Now, one was definitely a rocket.
Oh no. No. That was just a fleck. No. You know it's a rocket when it's like. Oh. I don't have any at the moment, so lucky for all of us.
Thank you guys. Avoid the snot rockets at all costs.
No, they're fun. They're my friends.